Welcome to the iShop Davie podcast, where we're enhancing the positive local buying experiences for the residents of Davie County, North Carolina. When you choose to spend your money, you have many places to choose from. This podcast reminds you to spend your money here because Davie County is home to great customer service, quality business products, and innovative business leaders. The iShop Davie podcast is introducing you to these leaders each week. My name is Chuck Taylor, your host for the iShop Davie podcast. Thank you for joining us. This season, we're focusing on the service-based businesses that enhance the well-being of our county. Welcome to episode 4 of the iShop Davie podcast. Today, we welcome an energetic supporter of Davie County, Matt Britt. Matt is the marketing manager for Davie Medical Center in Bermuda Run, North Carolina. Matt, welcome. Glad you're here today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chuck. Thanks for having me.
So you've got a lot of stuff to talk about with the medical center. There's tons that you guys are doing over there, and you're really approaching this from a different angle where you're not necessarily a business in a traditional sense, but you're a nonprofit specifically in the service of individuals. So what does the Davie Medical Center offer for the residents here?
Absolutely. You're right. It's a tricky thing. At the end of the day, we don't want people to have to come to us.
Right.
That's an interesting dynamic with a medical facility. But at the same time, when they do need health care and quality consult as it relates to their body, their physical, emotional health, we want to be there for them. That's what we're doing at Davie Medical Center is providing a variety of healthcare needs. Obviously, we're not quite as extensive as what Winston, the Wake Forest Baptist Health Winston campus can offer. But Davie Medical Center focuses on total joints and ACE care. We have a full-service hospital. Our emergency department can provide for any emergency that you might have. We say often it's our job to figure out what your emergency is and figure out the best way to take care of it. So that's why Davie Medical Center is there, and we love being part of Davie County and the surrounding community as well.
Oh, good. Well, that's a perfect lead-in to my next question, which is why you've chosen to be a part of Davie County. Why'd you locate here?
Well, we wanted to branch out. I mean, Wake Forest Baptist Health as a system is growing. We're very excited about our growth and our reach. When I joined the medical center a year and a half ago, we talked about our 19-county region. Some people even reference a 24th county region that we serve.
Wow.
And for a long time, we've been a Winston-Salem hospital.
Right.
So we're deciding, in the last, however many years to grow that reach. So it started with Lexington Medical Center. We came to Davie County with a focus on Davie County Hospital here in Mocksville.
Right.
We were able to acquire that and then look at the potential of negotiating and building a new hospital that ended up being in Bermuda Run. So we see these Davie County residents as great people. This is a great county. It's a great sense of community out here.
Right.
And that's one of the things I connect the most with is I really feel like since I arrived and I'm the first full-time marketing manager we've had at Davie Medical Center, that we've really built a connection with the community like never before. And there's some great people, including yourself out here in Davie County, that we're excited to be around and be a part of and be connected with. And even our president, Chad Brown, is a Davie County resident, lives in Oak Valley, and has a passion for this place.
Right. So, that's a unique perspective that I want people to hear is there really is kind of this stopping over. If you've got an issue, you're in Mocksville, you can head all the way into Winston to go to Wake Forest, but now you have this option of stopping along the way. You've got emergency services that can help you there if you need those. You've got other services that are right in the back door. And you guys are often connected and involved in things that are going on here in the community, from United Way to many other avenues where you're just trying to share your story and let people know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
To build that sense of community. We want to be a part of your life. We want to be a part of who you are. I think it's great.
Yeah, we're excited about it. And I think, it's been great to get engaged and have a part in Relay for Life, like you said, the United Way, connecting with political officials, the towns in Mocksville and Bermuda Run, and some in Coolamy as well.
Yeah.
And we're also playing a big role in the Healthy Davie initiative, which we're excited about. It's all about improving the health care of this community. And that's what we're doing at the hospital, but maybe we can do something on a preventative level as well.
And I hope people hear what you just said is you listed out all these different places that you guys are supporting. And with a debate going on with money and finances and where does all the money from medical expenses go, you guys are reinvesting in your community in a pretty big way in multiple areas to really help out.
100%. Absolutely. And obviously we have a limit. There's a line that we have to draw. And unfortunately, we can't support every single person that calls us and asks us to provide financial support. we're 100% supportive of what they're doing.
Right.
But we just can't always provide that financial support to everyone. But we do it with a lot of folks. So chamber investments, events we've done, Sounds of Summer, we've been a big supporter of the Sounds of Summer through the Davie Community Foundation and what Jane Simpson's doing. We've got a lot of great opportunities to be involved out here, and we really appreciate it. And like I said, it's great people.
Yeah.
Will Markland, Ken Rathmeyer, to name a few. Steve Corrier is great. Haven't had as much engagement with him, but it's just a great community.
Wow, a year and a half, and you already know all those people. Good job.
People would say it's a skill set I got from my father, who passed away a couple of years ago, but he was a great man, and he was the unofficial mayor of Winston-Salem. So I definitely, the apple didn't fall too far from the tree.
Good. Sounds like a great quality.
Want to know about the Swicegood Group? We're a brokerage and auction firm that specializes in exclusive seller representation, asset appraisals, real estate evaluation, digital marketing, video promotion, and the sale of both real and personal assets. From the coast of North Carolina to the mountains, we have sold large tracts of land, multi-million-dollar assets, celebrity estates, and even mom and dad's home and contents. Give us a call, 336-751-4444, or find us on the web at theswicegoodgroup.com.
We help people. We help people get from where they are to who they want to be. We help them clear out the hurdles that have been blocking their path to success. We help them focus on their future self, how they can succeed, their strengths, and their unique qualities. From individuals to couples to businesses, we help people discover God's hope, make wise choices, and realize their potential. Meet the coaches who can help you and learn more today at sagegardencare.org. So you've tapped on this next question a little bit. I want to explore it a little further. Is what makes Davie Medical Center unique for Davie County residents?
I'm glad you asked that, Chuck, because we're actually in the midst of releasing a new campaign. I don't know if you saw the first ad we released on the back of the new issue of Davie Life.
Right.
So we're releasing this new campaign more fully in April that focuses on the quality of our care. And so it's easy to say, your care is great. But we see it in everything that we do. We see it in our Press Ganey scores. We see it in our engagement with our patients. We see it in their comments, which is what this campaign is built around. And that's what excites us. That's what makes us unique. It really is this patient and family-centered care model that we believe in. So we want patients and their families to feel comfortable and respected and heard, listened to and heard. And that's what's important to us. And we see it every single day. We actually had one of my favorite stories I like to tell is in that regard is our new CEO, when she first came to Davie Medical Center, Julie Freischlag, had the opportunity to come to Davie to participate in one of our staff meetings, had a lot of folks in there. And she came in the front door and she was greeted by one of our greeters. We have greeters at the front door.
Nice, yeah.
Someone referenced kind of like you would at Walmart, right? Yeah, right? But much different feeling. And they're just there to welcome you and make you feel comfortable. It's an overwhelming thing to walk into a hospital.
Right.
But so Julie Freischlag walks in and one of our staff, Brandy, meets her. And Brandy's not familiar with her, hasn't had a chance to meet her previously. And she just says, well, hello, how are you, ma'am? What can I help you with? And long story short, walked her to the meeting room that she needed to, kind of, for all intents and purposes, held her hand to where she needed to get to.
Nice.
And later that day, Dr. Freischlag had a conference thing that she was doing in Winston with a bunch of people in attendance. And she told the story of meeting Brandy and how that engagement was different. One of the things that we heard in this, the prep for this campaign I'm talking about is Davie Medical Center is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Has multiple meanings. I think there's all sorts of
medical
meanings
nuances
you could take from that.
Right.
But I think it's a really well-said patient comment. It kind of sums up what we're all about.
Right. And when customer service, which is just growing by leaps and bounds, is a need within all sectors of the economic platform that we're talking about across the United States, customer service is huge. Yes. And especially in an environment where people are already walking in, maybe disoriented, distressed, frustrated, and just to have that element that you guys have recognized, we want someone to hold your hand, get you where you need to be, so that you're not having to figure that out on top of how am I going to take care of this tragedy or this issue or whatever it may be.
Of course. And caring for your family's needs and what it means to them for you to be in the hospital. So we have a chaplain on staff. We have a great patient experience team that does some great work. And I'd be remiss in not mentioning the great doctors we have, the great providers we have. That doesn't just mean doctors. That means, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, all sorts of different clinical staff that we have. but it's what we do even above and beyond that. And it's what those clinical staff are capable of.
Right.
I think to your point, I think about often in our environment, particularly at Davie Medical Center, there was a day when quality care was enough.
Yeah.
When just knowing good medicine was enough.
Right.
And I think that day's passed.
It's gone.
We have to know how to treat somebody. And as I said, I was having a discussion with somebody about ideas, because a lot of times it's tough to get past, 10 years ago this didn't work, or 5 years ago this didn't work. Well, the problem is every idea is only as good as how it's executed, right?
Right, yeah.
So the same thing with quality care. So we have quality care, but if you don't do it with good customer service, it might not be perceived as quality care.
Right.
Or just normal care could be perceived as that much better because we engaged with you and we made you feel comfortable and at home and like I said, listened to. And that's a trick. That's not an easy thing to do when you see as many patients as we see every day.
Good. All right, so final question. And this quality of care that you just talked about, I think really hits on this. You've already explored some of that, but maybe there's something you can go into a little deeper. If someone comes to your services, if unfortunately someone needs your services, they can walk in Davie Medical Center, what can they expect?
First and foremost, I'd say a breath of fresh air.
Right. Right, good.
But no, they're going to expect great service in the sense of what you'd expect from a hospital. So great care, great attention. They're going to expect easy access. The Winston campus and other hospitals, other large hospitals are challenging to access.
Yeah,
we're going to provide you parking spaces right up front, a greeter right at the door, someone to valet your car if that's necessary.
Okay.
We don't do it as kind of a hotel service, but as necessary, we're there for you. And we're going to give you a great environment, and we're going to give you great care. We're Wake Forest Baptist Health, so we're part of an incredible school of medicine. We're training the best doctors in the world, and we're growing organs. We're doing all sorts of things that a lot of people have heard about, but maybe some people haven't. Our research is second to none, and we're excited about the future. But this growth model we talked about earlier, expanding to Davie. Now we're looking at High Point Regional, if you hadn't heard that.
No.
Wilkes Medical Center, which we brought on board last year. So it's exciting to see this system grow, our capacity grow, our knowledge grow, and really what that means in the long term, not just for Davie Medical Center, but for Wake Forest Baptist Health as a whole. So we're in the right spot. There are a lot of challenges from a health perspective that Davie County has at all age levels, and we're there to take care of them.
Well, we're certainly glad that you're here, and we're grateful that it's right across the border on our neck of the woods.
Absolutely.
So we're glad. Thank you for taking time to come visit with us today. We're so appreciative.
Of course, it was great. Thanks, Chuck.
Good. Thank you for visiting the iShop Davie podcast. We're telling you more and more about the leaders that are in our community. We want you to come back for our next episode, which is a bit of a surprise. You're going to enjoy it. Thank you for choosing to be with us today. We look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for listening to the iShop Davie podcast today. We're proud to showcase our innovative business leaders who are enhancing our wonderful community. For show notes, including links to resources we discussed on today's show, head to iShopDavie.com. Also, take a moment to subscribe to the podcast in iTunes or Stitcher so you won't miss any of our upcoming shows, and tell a friend about our show. Be sure to like the Davie County Chamber of Commerce on Facebook to learn more about all of our upcoming events. We will see you next time on the iShop Davie podcast.